This is the story of a man who spent over 2 decades earning his spot in professional wrestling, and right now, whether he even has a match at WrestleMania 42 comes down entirely to someone else's injury report. Here's everything you need to know about where LA Knight stands heading into Las Vegas. Sean Rickard grew up in Hagerstown, Maryland, about 72 miles from the White House, and when he graduated high school in 2003, he took jobs at a lumber mill and a Ruby Tuesday so he could afford wrestling training in Cincinnati. A full decade on the independent circuit followed, and during that stretch, he roomed with a young Jon Moxley, the man the world would later know as Dean Ambrose, and then AEW's Jon Moxley. WWE came calling in 2013 with a developmental deal under the name Slate Randall, and 14 months later, the contract was gone. Most careers end there. Rickard's didn't. He rebuilt everything in Impact Wrestling as Eli Drake, became one of their most over acts, and caught the attention of NWA owner Billy Corgan, yes, the Smashing Pumpkins frontman, who had reportedly been building toward a Knight World title victory before COVID wiped those plans off the board. Re-signed by WWE in 2021, he returned to the main roster the following year, and management immediately put him in a suit and called him Max Dupree, a manager for a faction called Maximum Male Models. Crowds rejected it within weeks. The LA Knight chants started, and WWE pivoted fast. What followed is one of the more fan-driven rises the company has produced in years. Early 2023 had Knight feuding with Bray Wyatt in a program specifically designed to re-establish Wyatt as dominant, and fans sided with Knight anyway. He became the last person to compete against Bray Wyatt before Wyatt's tragic passing, and when WrestleMania 39 weekend arrived in Los Angeles, Knight wasn't even booked on the card. The night before, competing in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, fans chanted his name so loudly it became one of the most talked about moments of the entire weekend. That chant was impossible to dismiss. By SummerSlam 2023, Knight had won a Battle Royal, and weeks after that, he turned full babyface to a crowd that had already decided for him. November brought Crown Jewel and a shot at Roman Reigns' undisputed WWE Universal Championship, which Knight lost after Jimmy Uso interfered, but the crowd backed him every second of it. Diamond Dallas Page, a man who built his own legend through a late career surge, publicly compared Knight's trajectory to his own rise. December 2023 brought the key to the city from Hagerstown, Maryland. The momentum was genuine, and the only real question was whether WWE would fully lean into it. August 2024 delivered the United States Championship, taken from Logan Paul, and Knight's "Yeah" chant earned the Slammy Award for Fan Chant of the Year. That first reign ran 119 days before the title changed hands. A second reign followed, and that one ended at WrestleMania 41 when Jacob Fatu took it from him. Backstage, frustration had been building for a while. Knight has never been quiet when he thinks something isn't working, and by multiple reports, creative heard about it regularly. SmackDown had worn thin, particularly a recurring loop with Solo Sikoa, and Knight reportedly asked for a move. Management put him on Monday Night Raw in August 2025, and the new environment quickly put him in conflict with The Vision, the faction built around Seth Rollins and featuring Logan Paul and Austin Theory. An injury angle pulled Knight off television, and January 2026 brought a report from Dave Meltzer and the Wrestling Observer that WWE's internal plans had Knight answering Brock Lesnar's open WrestleMania challenge. For a moment, the path looked clear. Then Braun Breaker got injured on the February 9th edition of Raw, and the whole picture shifted. At the Elimination Chamber in Chicago, Knight competed in the men's chamber match and became the second man eliminated, first by Javon Evans, then pinned by Logan Paul alongside Evans and Trick Williams. Randy Orton won the entire thing and walked out as #1 contender. Knight left without a WrestleMania match locked in, But the night wasn't without a moment worth noting. After the event, Knight was seen on Raw driving away with a bloodied Paul Heyman in what appeared to be a stolen ambulance, a statement that his war with the Vision hadn't run its course. 1 week ago in Seattle, Knight stood alongside the Usos to overpower Logan Paul and Austin Theory on Raw. Alliances are forming, pieces are moving, and the only piece that controls everything right now is a medical update on Braun Breaker.